are looking at the Palace in Mishawaka, where tonight a girls basketball matchup with statewide implications occurs. The number 13 Marian Lady Knights come in to take on the top-ranked Penn Lady Kingsmen on the 46th game of the week. How you doing, everybody? Next to my Hall of Fame partner, Bob Nagel, it's Chuck Freeby. Bo Hunt's off doing something like being a good dad. He'll be a reprobate like the rest of us next week. Meanwhile, Bob, we take a look at these two teams. Marian comes in ranked number 13th by the Indiana Basketball Coaches Association, in the top 5 in the Class 3A poll. And Steve Scott's team, with a record of 7-1, has a group that is as talented as any that they've had at Marian, including 3 potential Division I players.
Well, no question, Steve Scott's done a great job in his time at Marian High School. It was 7-1 coming into tonight, or 8-1, his JV team, 7-1. So he's got the whole program going. But as you said, Chuck, some great Division I talent. And that includes Nevaeh Foster, who hasn't committed. She's obviously a youngster, a sophomore, but she is that good. And also Mackenzie Hudson, who's going to be going out west to play her college basketball. But there's other people on that team you got to really keep an eye on, including Micaiah Porter, who is an outstanding player. So they've got a lot of speed. They've got a lot of scoring ability. They're going to have to handle that Penn pressure tonight.
And Penn applies the pressure because they are as talented as any team around. Christy Ulrich's squad ranked number 1 in the IBCA and the ICGSA polls. And when you take a look at Penn, they have a Division I player in Caitlin Costner. And oh, by the way, the 2-time NIC MVP in Trinity Clinton.
Yeah, Trinity's got all kinds of records here at Penn High School, including steals and assists, and sophomore, she was a first-team all-conference player. I mean, this is a team with a lot of talent, but they've also got, Chuck, a lot of size on this team. And, you know, they don't have a 6'2" player, 6'3" player, but they've got a lot of 5'11" players, which in high school is plenty. And so they get on the boards, and it's going to offer a real challenge to Marian to try to find a way to get rebounds, especially on the offensive end.
Now, we are not even at the midpoint of the basketball season for the girls, but I've heard from a lot of NIC girls basketball coaches this week, and they tell me, for all intents and purposes, this is the conference championship game tonight.
Well, as you said, it's going to have state implications as well. Everybody around the state of Indiana watching on our live stream, and also just waiting for the results of this one. And what a treat it is for us to be here at the Penn Palace to witness a game like this.
So much talent on the floor tonight. We're looking forward to showing you this one with our Jordan Automotive Keys to Win. That's coming up next. And we'll also have a look at the 2-time NIC MVP, Trinity Clinton. It's Penn and Marian next on 46.
This is the WHME TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week, brought to you by TCU, Aegis Dental Group, Bills Heating, Tipping Point Basketball, Jordan Automotive Group, Electrical Workers 153, Ancilla College, Wolverine Mutual Insurance, Crown Trophy, Imagineering Finishing Technologies, St. Andrews Products, and the IHSAA.
And this edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you in part by the Jordan Automotive Group. Simple, easy, stress-free. Inside the Palace here in Mishawaka as we get ready for number 13 Marian and number 1 Penn. Time now to look at our keys to win, brought to you by the aforementioned Jordan Auto Group. We'll start with the Marian Knights, who are led by a sophomore by the name of Nevaeh Foster. She averages 23 points a game. She set the all-time school single-season scoring record last year with 536, and she is a sniper beyond the arc with 17 threes. But she gets a lot of help from Mackenzie Hudson, the 5'8" senior who Steve Scott calls his Swiss Army knife on this team. 13.5, 5.5 rebounds, and she's headed to Cal State Northridge to play Division I ball next year, the first Marian Knight to receive a D1 scholarship offer on the girls' side. The keys to win for Steve Scott and the Lady Knights.
Well, Chuck, the most important key might be the first one. That's be iron workers. They've really got to battle on the rim. They got to come up with rebounds, stops. Just can't allow Penn to dominate on the boards, even though they've got better size. They've got to keep Penn out of the paint. Nothing easy inside for the Lady Kingsmen. And they've got to handle their physicality. They will try to grind you up, especially on the defensive end. They have full court pressure, and they'll go after you all night long. That's going to be a key. And Steve Scott the head coach of Marian now in his 18th season overall as the head coach, is really respectful of this matchup tonight, but looking forward to it.
Yes, we have a huge test tonight. Penn is probably the best team in the state, you know, ranked number 1 in both polls, have a senior-dominated team. These kids have been here forever, and they have been a tough out all 4 years.
Well, Steve Scott mentioned a senior-dominated team, and we focus on 2 seniors in our Penn key players. And the first one is Caitlin Costner, young lady who's headed to Ohio State to play college basketball. Costner had to sit out all of last year after transferring from Elkhart Central. But then, after sitting out the regular season, made her name known in the tournament, and she's averaging 11 points and 4 rebounds a game. Good three-point shooter. She'll get a lot of help from the 2-time NIC MVP, and that's Trinity Clinton. The 5'7" junior is averaging 15 points and 5 rebounds a game. The 15 points a game leads the team. She's the first junior in Penn history to reach 1,000 points in her career, and also a terrific defender. The keys to win for Christy Ulrich and the Lady Kingsmen.
Well, Chuck, they have to compete with passion, and that is really the standard that they live by. And so they'll come out and really give it 100%. They have to prove that patience is a virtue. Got to work to get the shot inside when they can. And said there's good outside shooting on the team, but they're really powerful when they get inside. And they've got to attack on both ends of the floor. Defense can lead to offense for this team, as it often does for Christy Ulrich. The head coach of the Penn Lady Kingsmen, she's in her 12th season overall, and looking forward to the challenge that she'll get from Marian tonight.
You know, absolutely. I mean, they're tough. They are loaded with talent. They're athletic. They're quick. They got the stars with Foster and Porter and Hudgen, and some really nice complementary role players as well. So a very dynamic team that's having a great season.
So after a beautiful sunny day, the Stars are out tonight at the Palace in Mishawaka. It's Penn and Marian, and those have been the Jordan Automotive keys to win. The tip-off and the starting lineups are next on 46. And this edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week is being brought to you in part by Tipping Point Basketball, Michiana's #1 training academy. Right before we have the starting lineups tonight, a beautiful rendition of the national anthem by Penn assistant basketball coach Hassan Abdullah. You see Hassan there in the red sweater out on the court. And he did a terrific job with the anthem in an a cappella version. Boy, that's got to be difficult.
Well, it's a lot easier to do because the band's not here. It's a very limited crowd here tonight. Parents are here. Some staff and members of the Penn community are here. But it's a great night for us to be here. A chance to bring this game not only on TV 46, but to stream it and capture some of the best players in the state.
Well, it's time now for the starting lineups. Here's Bob Nagel.
Yeah, we look at the Marian Knights. First of all, at a guard will be a 5'4" junior. Where number 3 is Kendall Bethel. Another guard will be Nevaeh Foster. She wears number 14, a 5'9" sophomore. Mackenzie Hudgen is a guard. She's a 5'8" senior, wears number 22. Peyton Rangel is a junior guard. She is 5'6" tall, wears number 24. And the forward is Micaiah Porter. Micaiah's wearing number 12. She's a 5'11" sophomore. So 2 sophomores, 2 juniors, and a senior in the starting lineup for Marian. And now for the Penn Lady Kingsmen, Jordan Smith will start at the guard. And by the way, the Penn starting lineup brought to you by the Penn Boosters. Glad to have them on board for tonight's game. Jordan Smith wears number 10. She's a 5'7" senior, very talented young lady. And also at a guard is Caitlin Costner, number 20. She's a 5'7" senior. Jada Patton will play at a forward. She's a 5'11" junior, wears number 34. Grace Adams wears number 40. She's a 5'11" senior, will play a lot inside. Very good defender. And Trinity Clinton is a 5'7" senior, wears number 42. She'll be playing at the guard spot. And again, they get up and down the floor after you. And they got positions listed for them as guard and forward, but they're all over the floor tonight for both teams.
And I noticed as the lineups are introduced, they did make one little change in the Penn lineup because it is senior night. They gave Grace Shutt, senior, the honor of starting in place of Jada Patton. Patton, an underclassman, the lone underclassman in the lineup. So all 5 seniors in the starting lineup tonight. Grace Shutt, a 5'6" senior.
All righty. Hey, time now for a check on the uniforms for tonight's game, brought to you by St. Andrews Products. And first for the visitors, the Marian Lady Knights will be wearing blue jerseys with silver and white trim, blue shorts with silver and white trim as well. The Penn Lady Kingsmen are in their white uniforms with black and gold trim on the jerseys and on the shorts. And folks, the teams look great tonight. St. Andrews Products can do the same for your team. Reach them at sales at standrewscorp.com. And here we go. Chuck Freeby's got the call.
Greg Humiston tosses it up. Marian controls the tip. The Knights are 7-1 on the season, averaging 73 points a game. Their best win came over Washington, 58-48. They lost Saturday against Noblesville, 63-52. That's Nevaeh Foster, the lead scorer, guarded by Trinity Clinton. They kick it back outside, work it around. Kendall Bethel decided not to take the 3. Marian trying to exercise some patience here in its opening possession. Peyton Rangel back in the lineup after missing some time, throws it away. And the Penn Lady Kingsmen get the turnover and come up the floor. Grace Shutt on the outside for the Kingsmen, who come in 8-1. Their only loss was suffered against Crown Point, 44-42 Saturday. They bounced back with a win over Riley on Tuesday night. And their best win of the season came over Carroll. Long 3 on the way by Caitlin Costner off the mark. Here come Mackenzie Hutchin, the Lady Knights, and a foul called against Penn.
Chuck, you mentioned patience. They're both going to have to be patient tonight. Penn will work for an inside shot when they can, although Trinity or Caitlin Costner took that shot from the outside, but they've got a license to shoot 3s, but they love to work the ball inside.
Costner also called for the foul. That's her first. And Hudson and the Lady Knights will bring it up the floor. Hudson, very versatile player, the lone senior in the starting lineup for Marian, so she has a lot of leadership role, but Foster, one of the co-captains on this team as well. Clinton guarding Hudson right now. Bethel travels, and it's the second turnover for Marian.
Folks, Arby's believes in great taste and freshly sliced meats every day. It matters how you slice it, by the way, and Arby's on Bittersweet invites you to come in and taste it for yourself. Arby's fed our crew tonight. We're very grateful for their efforts.
Down low, the ball goes and laid up and in by Grace Adams, and Penn gets on the board first. It's 2-0. Adams, the 5'11 senior, has really picked up her numbers in this her senior year, averaging 7.5 and 6 rebounds a game. Half-court pressure, but Marian was able to solve it. Micaiah Porter wearing 12 tonight instead of her normal 11. Working inside, it's Bethel for 3, ring it up. Kendall Bethel with the 3-pointer for Marian, and the Knights grab the lead. That's her 9th 3 of the year, Bob.
And with all the Division I talent on the floor, you're thinking, well, we can kind of stay off of Bethel a little bit, but she lit him up right there.
Porter to Bethel, too high for Hudson. And another turnover for Marian, that's their 3rd.
Marian shooting 100% from the floor because they've only gotten the ball down there once to get a shot off.
So now that talented backcourt of Costner and Clinton will go to work here for the Lady Kingsmen. 2-3 zone being used by Marian. You might think Rob Berger's coaching the girls tonight. But Marian trying to pack it into the paint to make up for the lack of height. The 3 by Costner is no good. Adams' rebound won't go. Clinton with the tip, no. And the battle for the loose ball ensues on the floor, and Penn comes away with it. The 4th opportunity in this possession for the Lady Kingsmen. Shutt outside. Now Adams down low, blocked, and a foul called on Porter. The first on Micaiah, and it'll send Grace Adams to the line. You get another look from the Aegis Dental Group. And Adams with a good aggressive move underneath. Grace Adams is 70% free throw shooter. And her free throws are sponsored by Klein Custom Homes. tied at 3. Adams had a double-double against Riley on Tuesday night, 13 points and 10 rebounds. And she makes them both.
Chuck, as we've seen, Penn has been willing to shoot the ball from the outside because they know that a missed shot is really like an entry pass with the size they have inside.
Marian, a good job of breaking the pressure. Nevaeh Foster's 3 is off the mark, but Hudgen gets the offensive rebound. She couldn't get it to go. Kingsmen have numbers. Jordan Smith on the outside now for Penn. Inside, Clinton off the glass and good. Trinity Clinton's first basket of the game. Penn doubling up Marian 6-3. It's Porter breaking the press with the layup, but it's off the mark. And here comes Clinton and Penn the other way. Trinity goes all the way and can't hit the layup, but Grace Adams' rebound is good. Penn making a living on the offensive glass early on. It's 8-3. Foster thought about the 3, instead goes inside, can't hit. Rebound battled for, and Shutt comes away with it. Here's Grace Shutt for Penn. Ahead, Costner misfires, and the rebound comes loose. Jordan Smith has it, tied up on the floor. Alternating possession will go to Penn. Reminder, our first quarter tonight being brought to you by Wolverine Mutual Insurance. When the unexpected happens, we've got you covered.
Never know when that could happen, partner.
Absolutely. Inbound to Grace Shutt. Now Costner looking for help. They really have Marian spread out. Clinton took advantage but couldn't hit. Another rebound bucket for Adams. She's having herself a night. Grace Adams with 8 of the 10 for Penn here in the first quarter. Kingsmen up by a touchdown. Porter from the foul line. No foul called. And it goes out of bounds to Penn.
Penn leading on the boards 6-1. Marian with 4 turnovers. Penn hasn't turned it over yet.
You take a look at Christy Ulrich, the best winning percentage of any coach in Indiana basketball history.
I thought you misfigured it the other day, Parker. Just under 90%.
She just put Jada Patton into the game as though they needed more help on the inside. Grace Adams might tell her, get out of here, I got this. Here's Clinton, lob pass, and they were lucky that didn't get stolen.
Jada is a very good passer inside as well.
Clinton has it blocked by Porter off of Clinton, out of bounds, and it'll be Marian basketball. And the Knights will go to the bench and bring in Shayla Alexander, the 5'9" sophomore for Kendall Bethel. Steve Scott needs to get a little bit of size in there right now.
And 5'9" is bigger than 5'7". They just don't have a whole lot of young ladies that are in that 5'11", 6-foot area.
Meanwhile, Hudgen decides to drive. The left-hand layup is good. Mackenzie Hudgen, the senior, with her first basket of the night. She averages 13.5 a game. Kingsman cross-court Clinton for 3. That's off the mark. The rebound knocked around and out of bounds, and it'll be Marian basketball.
Folks, Granger Lawnmower reminds you that winter is here. It's time to get your snow thrower serviced and ready. Or check out the new ones while the selection is the best. Also a great time to schedule annual winter service for your lawnmower. Check out GrangerLawnmowerPlace.com.
Hudgen bringing it up the floor. Now it's Peyton Rangel with the ball. We're in a big brace on that right knee, getting back in the lineup. She had not played since the Washington game back in mid-November. Alexander has it on the outside. Here's Foster. Nice crossover dribble into the lane. Well defended that time by Costner. Jump ball, alternating possession goes to Marian. Bob, you saw Penn play against Riley on Monday night, and Christy Ulrich made a point after the game of talking about their defense, and it has been right in the grill again tonight.
They are tenacious all night long, and Marian seems to have had some success with some of the skip passes. and diagonal passes, which is the best way to confront that.
Now they're going to change the trigger on the inbound, give to Hudson as they try to get Foster open some way. Marian's leading scorer, Nevaeh Foster, has not scored yet tonight.
0 for 3 from the field.
Yet the Knights are only down 5. Foster found a cutting Hudson. Nice move, left-hand layup won't go, but a rebound brought in by Alexander. That's why she was put in the game. And then Jordan Smith bumping Hudson to the ground. Gets called for the foul, her first.
Second team foul. Common foul out of bounds to Marian.
Good look at the call from the Aegis Dental Group replay. Hudson ran Foster behind the picket fence. Here are the Penn fans applauding this defensive effort by the Lady Kingsmen. Long three on the way by Rangel is good. That is only the third three-pointer of the year for Peyton Rangel, but it comes at a great time for Marian. It brings them back within 2.
Big bucket.
Again, the Lady Knights with that 2-3 zone. Smith behind the back. That's Adams. Pulls up for the wing jumper. She felt the hot hand. That wouldn't go. Clinton the rebound. And an alternating possession will go to Penn. 29.4 seconds left on the Tipping Point basketball scoreboard. You see the clock bottom right corner.
And a few misses for Adams tonight.
Smith for 3, ring it up. Jordan Smith buries the three-pointer, her 13th of the season. Penn back up by 5. Marian will probably hold for the last shot. Foster with the ball in her hands, working on Costner. Foster tried the Euro step, foul called on the floor against Penn. I believe it'll be on, nope, that's on Costner, that's her second.
Wow.
And immediately Grace Shutt gets sent into the game for Costner, who may have to sit a while here in the first half.
3.3 to go in the first quarter.
Trigger the inbound, shot no good by Alexander. She saves the rebound, but the clock expires and the first quarter is ended. And what a first quarter for Penn on the offensive glass. Grace Adams with 8 points and a ton of rebounds in the stanza, and the Lady Kingsmen lead by 5 on 46. This edition of the 46 game of the week being brought to you in part by Aegis Dental Group. Trusted dentistry. Well, normally at this point, we go downstairs to Bo Hunt for a Bills Heating sideline report. Bo being a good dad tonight, watching his son Cole play basketball. But Bob, the thing that Steve Scott was most concerned about coming into this game was rebounding, and boy, did that show up.
Really did. You know, the Kingsmen had 8 rebounds in that first quarter, and we knew that would be a factor. And again, some of those missed shots from the outside wind up being entry passes. Marian made an adjustment, got a little bit more size in there, but the rebounding has really been an edge. The turnovers also for Marian have hurt them, and they've had some in-close opportunities where they weren't able to finish, so they got to tighten that up a little bit.
So it's 13-8 in favor of Penn as we get ready for quarter number 2, a quarter brought to us by Wolverine Mutual Insurance.
Hardware Plus is a proud supporter of high school sports and has been Osceola's favorite local hardware store for nearly a century, featuring wide selections of products and customer service experts. Hardware Plus, where service begins with the words, "How can I help you?" and a handshake, or in this case, maybe a fist bump.
Well, Nakia Porter probably with a fist pump. That is just her second three-pointer of the season. Marian has hit 3 from outside the arc, and they are hanging with Penn, trailing by 2. Marian trying to extend that 2-3 zone, but Jada Patton goes to work inside, missed the shot. Here come the Knights after the Porter rebound. Marian with a chance to tie or take the lead. And they've done that without Foster scoring so far tonight.
Penn was just 4 out of 15 in the first quarter from the field. Had a lot of rebounds, a lot of second chances.
Porter outside. She's got Adams on her. And takes the big girl right to the hole, and Adams says not tonight. Patton throws it away, though, and back comes Bethel and Marian. Porter feels it. Oh, my! Timeout called by Christy Ulrich and Penn. It's sponsored by Granger Lawnmower. 14-13. Marian behind a couple of threes from Micaiah Porter. They have the lead on 46. And this edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Bill's Heating, keeping families and businesses comfortable since 1951. Chuck Creevy and Bob Nagel back at the Palace. Marian with a 14-13 lead. Micaiah Porter was 1 of 6 on threes coming in on the night. She's 2 of 2 from beyond the arc now.
Marian now 5 out of 12 from the field, while Penn has slipped down to 4 out of 16.
Jordan Smith kicks it out to Shutt. Remember, Caitlin Costner on the bench with a couple of fouls. The Penn guards have been quiet tonight. Shutt will try to change that. She buries the three. Grace with her 11th three-pointer of the year, and the young girl that's going to Olivet Nazarene puts the Lady Kingsmen back on top.
Nice looking shot. They can snipe from way outside.
Unfortunately, she's got mom's athletic talent.
That's right.
Grace's dad, Rick, a long-time sports and news anchor in the area. Now working in the private sector. Baseline jumper by Alexander, no good. And Adams with the rebound for Penn. Law pass up for Patton, she couldn't handle it. Kingsmen have been a little sloppy in trying to get things moving up the floor.
Second turnover of the night. Folks, when you want your home or business to look its best, call Crispin Custom Painting or visit their website at crispincustompainting.com. Crispin Custom Painting, your home, only better.
Kendall Bethel outside the arc, now Hudgens. Here's Foster for three. The iron unkind, and the rebound collected off the floor by Jordan Smith. Penn trying to catch Marian in transition sometimes. Adams rejected by Porter. Here come the Knights on the run. Porter with a head and shoulder fake inside the arc. Oh my, Micaiah. Oh, excuse me, that's Nevaeh Foster. Foster with her first basket of the night. And we're tied at 16.
It's going to be a real chess match all night long, partner. This is going to be a great one.
Clinton spinning through the lane is called for traveling.
Turnover number 3 against Penn. Marian has 4.
Take a look at Steve Scott on the Marian bench as Julia Kanamu checks in now for Penn. Boy, a lot of wins in these two head coaches tonight. Christy Ulrich coming in with 263 and Steve Scott with 246 in his illustrious career. He's guided 3 different teams to sectional titles in his career. There's a foul called on Penn. I believe that's going to be on Shutt. Her first. That's the 4th on the Lady Kingsmen. Marian's only been whistled for 1 infraction. Hudgen inbounds pass. Porter couldn't hit the layup. Patton the rebound.
You got to get back out to 3-point range.
Tied at 16, midway through the second.
Got to be 4 or 5 layups that Marian's missed so far tonight.
Both teams have had problems with the shots they call bunnies. Nice ball handling. Economu couldn't get it to drop. Battle for the loose ball, and Penn comes away with it. They've been winning the 50-50 balls tonight. Clinton around a Patton screen. Shutt hit that shot a moment ago, but passes on it now. Clinton, she's been quiet offensively tonight.
Penn might be being a little bit more patient with Costner out of the lineup.
3 on the way, and it's good. Jordan Smith hits the shot. Her second 3 of the night, and it's 19-16. Hudgen with a nice spin move, found an open Alexander, but the three way off. And here's Patton and the Kingsmen coming the other way. Now Shutt for three, that's short. But another offensive rebound for Smith and the Lady Kingsmen. She misfires, and now Marian's got a 4-on-2. Hudgen all the way with the left hand, it won't go. Porter the rebound. Foster up and under, the glass won't get it home. Alexander with an offensive rebound. Bethel wide open three. That won't go. Marian had 3 shots and couldn't connect. And Christy Ulrich says, slow it up a little bit.
Marian got a couple good offensive boards in there.
Have to convert those kind of opportunities when they get them because Patton inside can't hit. Here comes Marian the other way. Bethel will launch the three. That won't go. Economy to Karam. Jordan Smith looks to the bench, and Christy Ulrich wants a timeout. It's sponsored by Granger Lawnmower. 2:16 to go first half. It's Penn by 3 on 46. This edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by the Electrical Workers Local 153. They're making our communities brighter.
Folks, Marian High School students have many opportunities during their 4 years to make dual credit classes, those that count for both high school and college credit. The class of 2020 has earned over 4,300 credits during their 4 years, and 95 students in that class received 15 credits or more. That's at least 1 college semester's worth of credits. The best part of that, dual credit classes offer no additional cost to families. We invite you to learn more about our dual credit program by visiting our website. That's marianhs.org to discover the advantages of being a Knight.
Jordan Smith nestles home the jumper. It's a 2, and Penn is back to a 5-point lead. Lady Kingsmen led by as many as 7 in the first. Foster thwarted by Economou, and then is whistled for the foul. Been a tough night for the 5'9" sophomore. She only has 2 points so far. Kendall Bethel will check back in as Shayla Alexander exits.
You know, a couple of players we were really keying on tonight, Nevaeh Foster for Marian, and certainly Caitlin Coster for Penn, and really not much of a factor so far in the game, but there's plenty of time to go.
Another area where Penn has a little bit of an advantage, and it may show here down the stretch. Lady Kingsmen have more depth than Marian does. Steve Scott has not gone to that bench much tonight. Here's Clinton inside. It was deflected by Porter. She missed the rebound. Adams managed to get that rebound. Running one-hander is banked home by Jordan Smith. Oh, the bank is open on a Thursday night in Mishawaka. Smith now in double figures with 10. She averages 9. And Christy Ulrich shouting defensive instructions from the bench. Adams with the steal. Here comes Shutt the other way for the Lady Kingsmen.
5 turnovers for Marian here in the first half.
Marian had a second quarter lead. Penn now up by 7 and looking to make it 10. That won't go. Rebound batted around. Here's Hudgen. Hudgen guarded well by Clinton. At the other side, Rangel hits the 3. Her second of the night. Boy, every time it looks like Marian's on the ropes, they've been able to fire in one of those threes and get right back in it.
Well, one thing about shooting a 3, it's not likely to get blocked, and sometimes you get a longer rebound off those misses.
Clinton now Shutt. That's off the mark. The rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to Penn with 2.6 seconds remaining.
Klein Custom Homes is Michiana's premier home builder. Come visit one of our exclusive neighborhoods or let the Klein Custom Homes build on your property anywhere in Michiana. For more information, visit the website at kleincustomhomes.com.
Clinton couldn't get the lob shot to go, and the first half comes to an end. A very competitive first half with some terrific three-point shooting by both sides. It finds the Penn Kingsmen up on Marian 23-19. When we return, we'll have our TCU Student Athletes of the Week. That's next on the 46 Game of the Week.
And welcome back to Penn High School. We're at halftime of our varsity girls game, and we got a chance to visit with our Student Athletes of the Week, brought to you by TCU. TCU reminds you to go online at tcunet.com and find out how you can become a member today. Well, a couple of outstanding, not only student athletes, but athletes. And we're going to get a chance to talk to Mackenzie Hudson from Marian High School and also Caitlin Costner from Penn High School. And they're just a couple of outstanding individuals. First of all, Mackenzie, congratulations on all your success in the classroom, certainly on the court as well.
Thank you.
Talk about what it takes to get that done. I mean, basketball is not like a 3-month sport anymore. It's you're working at it year-round. So how much work, how much discipline do you have to get all that work done?
It takes a lot. I mean, it's a lot of dedication, especially in the schoolwork. And with being online right now, it's even harder because it's a lot of self-motivation, and you just have to put the time in.
You're going to be going to Cal State Northridge, which is quite an accomplishment, and we congratulate you on that. What made you pick Cal State Northridge?
It's just the fit for me. I love the coaches, I love the players, I love the atmosphere. I just loved everything about it.
And the weather's not bad in the wintertime.
No, it's beautiful.
Talk about some of the other things you're involved with at Marian. I know you're involved in the mentoring program.
Yeah, I actually just got my list of freshmen this year, like yesterday. So I'm gonna get to talk to them and just kind of like help them and kind of try to introduce them into like the Marian.
You've done a great job, obviously, taking care of yourself. You can help younger people. That'll be good, too. Give a shout-out to the people in your life that have mattered and have helped you along your way.
I'd like to give a shout-out to my parents and my family, my grandma, my mom, my dad, and my brothers. They've just been the biggest supporters in my life, and I cannot thank them enough.
Well, they're going to be hoping you play a couple of road games in the Midwest. That'd be kind of nice. But,
yeah, it'd be fun.
Congratulations on your success. Good luck to you at Cal State Northridge.
Thank you.
All right, Mackenzie Hudson from Marian High School, our Student Athlete of the Week. And now we get a chance to talk to Caitlin Costner, who's not going to be going to California. She's going to Ohio State. That's not a bad idea either. Caitlin, first of all, again, congratulations on all your success.
Thank you so much.
You've really developed yourself into a fine basketball player and a great student as well. Talk about how you have to make decisions. You know, there's a Friday night, somebody wants to go out for pizza or whatever, and you got to say, I got work to do.
I feel like it's just putting what matters first. I understand what I want to do and who I want to be, so just being organized with what I want to do and understanding that we're in a time right now where we're not going to be able to do certain things, so just using my time wisely.
And basketball is really a year-round sport these days if you're going to excel.
Oh, yeah, for
sure. Talk about the work ethic that you have and the work that you have to get in during the off-season as well.
It's really tough. I try to go at it every day, work on my weaknesses and make my strengths better. You know, coming to practice too is tough. You know, we compete and we go after it, so it's been really tough.
What do you want to study at Ohio State?
PT, physical therapy.
Well, good for you. And maybe you come back and be involved in the basketball, or maybe as a coach. You never know. I know you have a lot of respect for your coach. Christy Elridge has done a great job. Give a shout out to all the people in your life that have helped you along the way.
I want to start with my dad. He's been there for me through all of it, and he's just guided me through the way. My teammates, my coaches here at Penn have also been there for me through all of this, so I just like to shout out to all of them. And the coaches I'm going to go to next year, you know, I appreciate them a lot too.
You're going to be playing for Kevin McGuff?
I know, that's exciting. Super exciting.
We know Kevin well from his time here at Notre Dame. We wish you all the best there at Ohio State, and go Buckeyes.
Thank you.
All right, Caitlin Costner from Penn High School and Mackenzie Hudson from Marian High School, our Student Athletes of the Week, brought to you by TCU. TCU reminds you to go online at tcunet.com and find out how you can become a member today. We're back in just a moment with some halftime stats and highlights. You're watching the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week.
This edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Ancilla College. We believe in you. Welcome to the Christmas Custom Painting Halftime Report. Penn on top of Marian by a count of 23-19. Chuck and Bob high above the fray. And a very defensive-minded first half here at the Palace.
Well, it was, and both teams' shooting percentage is relatively low for what they've done on the regular season. Who would have thought coming in this game that Nevaeh Foster and Caitlin Koster. Between the two of them would have 2 points in the first half of a game that's being really well played, and that's what we've got right now. But boy, I tell you, there's some exciting, especially the three-pointers.
Absolutely. Let's show you how it got to be this way here at the Palace, as Marian and Penn came out with a ton of emotion in this one. And early on, Kendall Bethel was able to rain home a three, give Marian a brief lead, but then Penn got on a run. Trinity Clinton couldn't hit that shot, but Grace Adams had a rebound basket, and that was a key theme of the first quarter, as Adams had 8 points and a ton of rebounds in the stanza. Finally, Peyton Rangel hit a big three right before the end of the quarter, and then Micaiah Porter started to light it up from three. That's not her game, but she hit 2 threes in a row to give Penn the lead. Grace Schutt would come back at the other end, hit a key three there for Penn. And on the inside, Jordan Smith, the leading scorer of the first quarter, or the first half, she had 10. Peyton Rangel had 6 to lead the Knights, and the first half numbers not pretty from the shooting standpoint.
Really not. But you know, you look at Penn, 28%. They hit they really struggled hitting 8 out of 29 shots, but they did get 7 more shots than Marian did. But Marian hit 7 out of 22, 32%. Marian was 5 out of 10 from three-point range. It was really their salvation to keep them close in the game. Penn was 3 out of 8. Penn had the only 2 free throws in the first half. We haven't been to the line, and they've been getting up and down and guarding each other closely. Penn wins the battle on the boards. Marian with a couple more turnovers, but I'll tell you what, it's exactly what we thought it would be, Chuck. A real battle, and both coaches were able to keep their top players out of foul trouble. No more than 2, so we'll be ready to go in the second half.
So it's 23-19, Penn on top of Marian. This has been the Crispin Custom Painting halftime report. Crispin Custom Painting, your home only better. Second half play-by-play just 2 minutes and 49 seconds away here on 46. This edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Wolverine Mutual Insurance. When the unexpected happens, we've got you covered. Chuck and Bob back at the Palace, 23-19. Penn leads Marian. Normally we'd be talking to Bo Hunt about halftime adjustments. The onus falls on you, Mr. Nagel. What in the world do these two teams do to make things better in the second half?
Well, I think the biggest thing, Chuck, again, is they have to both be patient. They got to work for the shots that are best for them. Penn needs to get the ball inside when they can. Marian has had the ball inside, but missed a lot of bunnies, but they were 5 out of 10 from three-point range in the first half. That really helped them. I think Marian's got to be more disciplined. They did do a better job in the second quarter on the boards, and Penn's got to get inside with their shots, and those rebound attempts are, you know, it's just like an entry pass, as we talked about. And both teams need to find out what's going on with Nevaeh Foster and Caitlin Koster, their top 2 players coming in. They got to get them going here in the second half.
The stars have been dimmed here in the first half, but we're happy to have a ton of good sponsors for this game tonight.
That game is proudly sponsored by Ninja Golf and Granger. Getting the holiday spirit with a fresh cut tree from Habu Forest Christmas trees. Open noon to 5 p.m. daily. Give the gift of quality time when you purchase a 2021 membership at Ninja Golf. Unlimited mini golf for the entire family all year long, plus savings on treats, laser, maze, runs, and private bookings. Visit playninjagolf.com to purchase today.
Second half underway, and Penn throws it away. Costner thought Clinton was going to zig when she zagged. Steve Scott over on the Marian bench has led his team to 3 consecutive sectional titles, but Marian has never had a win over Penn in girls basketball. They are trying to change that here tonight. The records we can see online only go back to 2000, but you talk to some of the old timers, and Penn has had good girls basketball teams for nearly 40 years around these parts. Here's Clinton on the inside for 2. Just her second basket of the night. The 2-time NIC MVP now has 4 points. Penn lead up to 6. Peyton Rangel has played a nice game coming back. See that big brace on her right knee.
Couple of knee recoveries on this floor tonight, including Smith from Penn.
Micaiah Porter, where have you been all year? That's her 3rd 3 of the night. The 5'11" sophomore scoring 15 a game, but normally all on the inside. steps out, and she has 9 points to lead the Lady Knights. Adams, with those long arms, prevented another Penn turnover. Clinton, right-hand drive, and good. That's what makes Trinity Clinton so dangerous, the ability to drive and the physicality to take it on in. Undecided on her college choice right now.
She'll have some choices, that's for sure.
Yeah. Rangel controls the loose change. Trying to drive on Clinton and did. Then Bethel wide open in the corner, drains it. Kendall Bethel's second three of the night, and it's a 2-point game at the Palace.
Marian now 7 out of 12 from three-point range. That'll get it done.
Cross court, it comes to Costner, but she can't hit. Adams battled for the offensive rebound, and a foul called, I believe, on Mackenzie Hudgen. It is. The first on Hudgen.
Mackenzie a little frustrated in there rebounding tonight. She's been outsized by Penn on quite a few opportunities.
Almost had the steal there. Instead, Clinton tries to turn it into points and is hacked in the act.
Folks, the Penn Boosters root for Kingsmen's success tonight and all season. Penn Boosters support all extracurricular activities. It's only $10 a year to become a member, and it's a great way to show your Penn spirit. Last year, Penn Boosters raised over $50,000 for academic clubs and teams. Follow them on Facebook for more information and events.
Trinity Clinton's free throw sponsored by by Klein Custom Homes. And Trinity Clinton, a 74% foul shooter, missed the first, hits the second. 7 points now for Clinton, a 3-point Lady Kingsman lead. Marian has Porter working inside now, and she threw it over Adams and everything else. Down at the other end, Costner for three. Couldn't get it to go. Adams fouled again, this time by Bethel.
Well, what Costner wouldn't give for a basket here tonight. But the great work of Grace Adams has been outstanding. That's rebound number 16 of the night for Penn.
Klein Custom Homes sponsors the Grace Adams free throws, 70% from the charity stripe, and she drains that one.
Everyone loves Rise and Roll Donuts in Mishawaka, but you'd know they also offer pies, jellies, soup mixes, Amish noodles, and so much more. Rise and Roll also offers a large line of gluten-free products. Stop by this week for your favorite Rise and Roll donuts and so much more. They're located on Grape Road in Mishawaka, open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday 7 to 5. Rise and Roll, doing things the old-fashioned way.
Porter goes up over Adams and hits. Micaiah Porter leads all scorers with 11. And Marian still hanging around with 5 minutes left in the third. Good penetration and the dish out for Costner to drain the three.
There it is.
Caitlin Costner finally on the board. That's her 18th three of the year. Penn goes back up by 6. Foster outside to Rangel. Hudgen, nice little switch dribble there. Porter open. That one won't go. Penn trying to come the other way. They have numbers. Shot for three. Short. And the rebound comes to Foster. In the open court, Nevaeh, pull-up jumper. Short. And here comes Penn the other way. Clinton working on Rangel. Clinton gets fouled by Rangel. She'll go to the line for free throws, sponsored by Klein Custom Homes. You'll get another look at it, courtesy of Aegis Dental Group.
Folks, you can receive a quality and affordable university education by enrolling in the Bethel University Extension site at Napatee Missionary Church. BU at NMC provides the opportunity for a Bethel education while engaging in weekly practicums specific to your area of interest. Multiple degrees are also available, and because the program costs just $10,000 per year, you can graduate with little or no debt. To learn more, about this program, go to the website at mc.church/Bethel.
Clinton rattles home 1 out of 2 at the stripe. Trinity now with 8. Penn has its biggest lead at 7, and three-quarter court pressure by the Lady Kingsmen nearly get a steal. Instead, Rangel shoots and hits another 3. Peyton Rangel's 3rd 3 of the night. She has 9, and Marian just won't go away.
Get 1 in each quarter, Chuck.
Adams couldn't get that one to go, and the rebound by Porter. Back and forth we go at the Palace. Foster trying to work one-on-one on Costner. Now Rangel, a 3, that won't go, and here comes Penn the other way after the rebound by Jordan Smith. Clinton went right over, and it's called for the charge as Foster was able to draw the contact. First foul on Trinity. Clinton. Penn will go to the bench. Economy comes in for Adams.
Fans, the COVID-19 pandemic has changed many things in this world, but not the love, dedication, and commitment that Marian High School faculty and staff have for providing a Catholic education rooted in the gospel, the gospel message of Christ for each student. We invite you to learn more about how Marian students learn with humility, serve with compassion, and lead with integrity by visiting the website at marianhs.org for more information. Go Knights.
Jada Patton fouls Micaiah Porter, and Porter will go to the foul line for free throws sponsored by Christensen Furniture. You get another look at the foul right on the elbow. Good look from our upstairs camera there. And Porter is only a 46% free throw shooter on the year. But of course, tonight,
she gets you.
Hitting everything. 12 points now for the transfer from Elkhart Central. All NIC player a year ago. Truth player of the year for that circulation area as a freshman.
First 2 free throws of the night for Marian. Made them both.
13 points for Micaiah Porter, 2-point game. Economy. Now Clinton drives and hits. Trinity Clinton has found her sweet spot here in the 3rd quarter. She now has 10 after starting the quarter with 2.
2 out of 4 from the line. And 3 buckets.
Rangel has kept Marian in it. Foster looks for help. Instead, travels.
Folks, for over 60 years, industry has relied on the great team at Imagineering Finishing Technologies. IFT is the industry knowledge source for metal finishing solutions. The medical, automotive, defense, and aerospace challenges have built our legacy. Reach us at iftworldwide.com, and IFT will work till you're finished correctly.
Jordan Smith with a big 3 right there. She has 13, and Steve Scott wants timeout. 2:02 to go in the 3rd. Penn goes back up on top by their biggest lead at 7 on 46. The 46 game of the week brought to you in part by Crown Trophy. They're nationally known and locally owned.
Folks, the Lather and Fade Shop has locations in South Bend, Granger, and Elkhart. Lather and Fade offers world-class barber experience whether you want a vintage, classic, or modern look. Lather and Fade gift cards are great for Christmas gifts, by the way, and check out latherandfadeshop.com.
So the Penn Lady Kingsmen have a 7-point lead on this Marian squad, and Penn trying to keep alive an NIC winning streak that dates back to 2017. Christy Ulrich's team has won 42 a row in the conference.
It's not a bad deal. Married with an opportunity here. I want to tell you about Christensen's Furniture. They're a local family-owned business serving Michiana since 1912. If you're looking for perfect furniture for your home, Christensen's Furniture has everything you need for bedrooms, dining rooms, living room, home office, home theater, and more. Christensen's Furniture, where affordability meets style.
Penn knocking the ball away from Marian, but knocking it out of bounds. So Marian retains possession with 1:47 left in the 3rd, trailing by 7. Nevaeh Foster Young lady who averages 23 a game has been held to 2 tonight by this Penn defense. Micaiah Porter outside Rangel. Can't get that one to go. The ball goes out of bounds off Mackenzie Hudgen. It'll be Penn ball.
Rangel made her first 3. Now she's 0 for her last 2. Folks, TCU understands the importance of growing your future, whether you're growing your family, your square footage, or your business. TCU is here for you with financial solutions that will help you succeed. Visit tcunet.com to start growing your future today. Federally insured by the NCUA, they're an equal housing opportunity lender.
Trinity Clinton with the basketball has used that move exclusively throughout the third, and she does it again right here. She now has 12. And Penn has its largest lead at 9.
What a quarter she's had. Adams had a great quarter, and now a turnover.
Smith lays it up with the left hand, and Penn starting to use that defense to pull away.
Steve Scott might have wanted a timeout, but we're down under a minute to go here in the third quarter.
We mentioned earlier that a lack of depth might be a problem for this Marian team. And it's starting to show here a little bit at the end of the third quarter.
Folks, Arby's believes in great taste and freshly sliced meat every day. It matters how you slice it. Arby's on Bittersweet invites you to come in and taste it for yourself. You're out Christmas shopping, grocery shopping, stop by Arby's. They're on Bittersweet and Lincoln Way.
Megan McCormick checks in for the first time tonight for Marian, along with Shayla Alexander.
Arby's fed our crew tonight. Thank you to the great team at Arby's.
McCormick triggers the inbound pass. It's Foster on the outside, guarded by Caitlin Costner.
Chuck, we haven't had many fouls in this game. Not a whole lot of free throws being shot.
Neither team in the bonus right now. Here's Megan Alexander Megan McCormick couldn't get that one to go. Penn will have the last shot. It's Costner for 3. And all of a sudden, the Kingsmen find themselves up by 14 as we get ready for the fourth. A big third quarter by Trinity Clinton as the 2-time reigning NIC MVP had 10 of her 12 in the quarter. Penn leads it 46-32 on 46. This edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Imagineering Finishing Technologies. IFT, where quality is a way of life.
Penn goes 7 out of 12 in the field in the third quarter, which is a big change after the first quarter. I'm sure Christy Ulrich told them about that. Marian goes 4 out of 10. It's not awful, but Chuck, you know, one of the things you talk about adjustments that Marian was getting good opportunities inside with Hudgen, one of their top players, and she wasn't able to finish, but that was effective for Marian, and they've relied on that three-pointer maybe a little bit too much. They're going to have to get the ball in transition, get to the basket, and hope that Penn, at least Trinity Clinton, cools off a little bit.
We've made it the Bills Hitting Bleacher Report in your honor tonight.
Well, thank you.
Because you're nowhere near the sideline. Fourth quarter underway. Our fourth quarter brought to us by our friends at Wolverine Mutual Insurance. When the unexpected happens, we've got you covered. Foster can't hit the 3. Here comes Penn on the run. Caitlin Costner for 2. Costner now with 8. Good balance all around for this Penn team tonight. Hudgen went inside and was pushed in the back. It'll be a common foul.
Granger Lawnmower reminds you that winter is here and it's time to get your snow thrower serviced and ready. Or you can check out the new ones while their selection is at its best. Also a great time to schedule annual winter service for your lawnmower. Check out GrangerLawnmowerPlace.com.
16-point Penn lead. It sure didn't seem like a 16-point game because it wasn't. It was a 2-point game with 5 minutes to go in the third. Porter drives in. That basket will not count. She was fouled on the way up.
Hardware Plus, a proud supporter of high school sports, and has been Osceola's favorite local hardware store for nearly a century, featuring a wide selection of products and customer service experts. Hardware Plus, where service begins with the words, "How can we help you?" and a handshake or an elbow bump or a fist bump.
Hudgen on the inside. McKenzie couldn't get that one to go with the left. It's out of bounds off Penn. Moment ago, Jordan Smith picking up her 3rd foul. She's the only player in the game now with 3 fouls.
Boy, Hudgen really been struggling as well.
Well, that backcourt that averages 36 points a game has been held to 4, and it's another steal by Penn. Clinton ahead to Jada Patton for the bucket and the bump. So Patton gets her first basket of the night. She'll go to the line for the old-fashioned 3-point play. Free throw sponsored by Klein Custom Homes.
Folks, when you want your home or business to look its best, call Kingsmen Custom Painting or visit their website at christmascustompainting.com. Kingsmen Custom Painting, your home, only better.
Jada Patton, a 74% free throw shooter on the year. Transfer to Penn out of Granger Christian. Can't hit that one off the back iron. Rebound batted around. Patton will go back to the line for more free throws, sponsored by Klein Custom Homes, after she's fouled by Porter, her 3rd.
Penn's still dominating on the boards. 20-14.
Boy, and it seems like the advantage is a lot more than that, just as you watch. Patton hits the first. She has 3 points.
She's going to be a factor for this team next year on the inside.
She'll need to be, because a lot of talent and a lot of offense will graduate.
No question about it. Folks, Klein Custom Homes is Michiana's premier home builder. Come visit one of our exclusive neighborhoods or let Klein Custom Homes build on your property anywhere in Michiana. For more information, visit the website at kleincustomhomes.com.
A palming violation called on Trinity Clinton. I didn't know they still called that in basketball.
It's only the 5th turnover of the game for Penn. For Penn. Marian has 10.
So a 20-point Penn lead. Boy, did this thing turn around in a hurry. In the words of Ron Burgundy, that escalated quickly.
Anything like boom with the dynamite?
Well, there was an explosion here by Penn as Porter misses that one, and here comes the Lady Kingsmen the other way. Adams inside to Patton. Patton goes up and draws the foul on Makaya Porter. A young Marian team getting an education from a veteran Penn group.
I think both coaches thought that a good test like this would be good for them either way, but Penn has really answered well. This game being sponsored by Ninja Golf in Granger. Get the holiday spirit with a fresh cut tree from Habu Forest Christmas trees. They're open noon to 5 daily. Give the gift of quality time when you purchase a 2021 membership at Ninja Golf Unlimited. Mini golf for the entire family all year long, plus savings on treats, laser maze guns, and private bookings. Visit ninjagolf.com to purchase today.
So Patton hits them both. Free throw sponsored by Klein Custom Homes. She'll depart in favor of Emily Salwin. And Salwin, a senior, getting some playing time here on senior night. 5'5" senior. This Penn appears well on its way to their 43rd consecutive NIC win. Bethel can't hit that one. Here come the Lady Kingsmen the other way.
It's kind of what got Marian going early in the game with the 3-pointers in the perimeter, but not able to hit them here in the second half.
Boy, some exceptional movement there by official Bob Neff to get out of the way of that ball.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier, there haven't been many fouls in this game, but that's not any reflection on the officials. They've done a nice job here tonight.
Porter with the rejection, Nevaeh Foster the lay-in. Foster now with 4 points tonight. This will only be the 5th game of her career where Foster doesn't reach double figures unless something changes dramatically here in the final 5:24. Oh, Clinton knocked Hudgen to the floor, but helps her up. Great active sportsmanship. Hudgen and Clinton were AAU teammates.
The Penn Boosters root for Kingsmen's success tonight and all season. Penn Boosters supports all extracurricular activities. It's only $10 a year to become a member, and it's a great way to show your Penn spirit. Last year, Penn Boosters raised over $50,000 for academic clubs and teams. Follow them on Facebook for information on events.
Timeout sponsored by Granger Lawnmower, Penn by 20 on 46. This edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by St. Andrews Products, promotional products and branded apparel. Chuck Freeby and Bob Nagel back at the Palace in Mishawaka, where top-ranked Penn leads number 13 Marian 54-34. A reminder, next week we'll go back to the boys' side. Our first look into the Northern Lakes Conference. The Wawasee Warriors will be undefeated when they take on their big Kosciuszko County rivalry, Warsaw. We'll get our first look at Matt Moore as the Tigers head coach when Warsaw faces Wawasee next Friday night at 11, Saturday morning at 9 on your home for high school basketball. That's TV 46.
Reminder, this broadcast brought to you in part by Imagineering Finishing Technologies, saluting the players, coaches, and all the team members who work so hard to be successful at IFT. We put our team to work for you, setting the standard for metal finishing solutions. Reach us at IFTworldwide.com. Like the teams in tonight's game, we're working toward a great finish.
Peyton Rangel misfires on the three. Here comes Caitlin Costner the other way, and she is fouled on the way up by Rangel. So Costner will go to the free throw line for free throws, sponsored by Klein Custom Homes.
Folks, the Lather and Fade Shop has locations in South Bend, Granger, and Elkhart. Lather and Fade offers world-class barber experiences, whether you want a vintage, classic, or a modern look. Lather and Fade gift cards are great for Christmas. Check out latherandfadeshop.com.
Costner headed to Ohio State next year, as she mentioned in her halftime interview with Bob. One of 10 siblings in her family. Hits the second free throw. That's why we have such a big crowd tonight.
Is that where you learn to be competitive when it's dinner time?
Exactly. Forget about having to play all the summer leagues. The cul-de-sac, that's the place where it's played. 55-34. Hudgen stepped on the end line. It'll be Penn ball. Another relentless defensive effort by Christy Ulrich's team tonight.
And they do it all night long. I mean, that's the frustrating part. You've had some success, you hit some threes, and all of a sudden you look up and there's another transition basket.
And I think that foul is called on Nevaeh Foster. That will be her second. And that will send the Lady Kingsmen to the line. Free throws sponsored by Klein Custom Homes.
Our thanks to St. Andrews Products for sponsoring our game tonight and making us look so good. Our entire crew enjoying the winter hats, winter coats. And I'll tell you what, they've got a great selection of Christmas gifts. Reach them at standrewsproducts.com.
Costner becomes the fourth Penn player now in double figures. She has 10 tonight.
And how do you handle that kind of balance?
It's her seventh game in double figures this season. Can't get that one to go. Porter with the rebound for Marian. Three on the way by Bethel. That one will find a home. Kendall Bethel now with 9 points in the game. That's her third three of the night.
You know, we've talked about some of the frustration from some of the players tonight, but Mackenzie Hudson has really struggled. Just 2 points in this contest.
So the foul called against Nevaeh Foster, and that'll send Grace Adams back to the line. Adams 2 of 2 for the Stripes. Free throw sponsored by Klein Custom Homes.
Christensen Furniture is a local family-owned business serving Michiana since 1912. If you're looking for the perfect furniture for your home, Christensen's Furniture has everything you need for bedrooms, dining rooms, living rooms, home office, home theater, and much more. Christensen's Furniture, where affordability meets style.
Outside three, Porter can't get it to go, and the rebound comes to Emily Salwin. 5-5, and she hauls down a rebound. That'll help the average. Clinton directs traffic midway through the fourth. Lady Kingsman going to go to 9-1 on the year as the three on its way is off mark by Salwin. Battle for the loose ball comes to Hudgen. Bethel brings it up the floor. Hudgen for three. Top side triple is good. McKenzie now with 5. That's her 10th three of the year.
Get an idea that Penn has put a little extra attention on Mackenzie Hudgen tonight.
Oh, Jordan Smith falls down, and a timeout called by Penn. It's sponsored by Granger Lawnmower. We'll keep it here.
Folks, you can receive a quality and affordable university education by enrolling in the Bethel University Extension site at Napanee Missionary Church. BU at NMC provides the opportunity for a Bethel education while engaging in weekly practicum specific to your area of interest. Multiple degrees are available, and because the program costs just $10,000 per year, you can graduate with little or no debt. To learn more about this program, go to mc.church/Bethel.
Well, you're looking at Steve Scott on the Marian bench. Very successful coach. But if you get a shot of that other bench in the Penn Lady Kingsmen, you'll see Christy Ulrich, a winning percentage we mentioned earlier, 889, the highest winning percentage of any prep basketball coach, not gender specific, not any girls basketball coach, any boys basketball coach, any prep basketball coach.
What are you trying to say?
History. I'm saying she's number one, either way.
Yeah, what a great player at Mishawaka High School and then at Bethel. And giving that gift back to these young people at Penn, doing a wonderful job.
I mean, she's about to go 264 and 33. Amazing.
That is awesome.
Here's Jordan Smith in the backcourt. And the three is up and no good by Costner. Porter comes the other way for Marian. And the Knights turn it over again. Penn will race up the floor. Adams on the break. Finds the cutting Clinton. Now Smith for three. That won't quite go. Jordan Smith, kind of one of the unheralded players on this Penn team. Nice article in the South Bend Tribune about her this week.
Did a nice job.
And she's been the leading scorer tonight for Penn. We might be talking to her on the post-game show. Shot can't hit the three. There's Clinton on the outside.
Penn wins the battle for another rebound. Marian with 14 turnovers tonight. That hasn't helped. But again, that shooting percentage, other than the three-point shooting tonight, has been really tough.
Costner lost that one out of bounds, and so it'll be Marian's ball, and both teams will wind up going to the bench.
Folks, everyone loves Rise and Roll Donuts in Mishawaka. But did you know they offer pies, jellies, soup mixes, Amish noodles, and so much more? Rise and Roll also offers a large line of gluten-free products. Stop by this week for your favorite Rise and Roll Donuts and so much more. Located on Grape Road, Mishawaka, they're open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Rise and Roll, doing things the old-fashioned way.
Foster banks one home. She now has 6. Clinton at the other end with the layup. And Trinity now with 14, just below her average of 15 per game.
Done it at the line. She's done it on threes. She's done it on rebounds. Nice night tonight.
Foster into the lane, kicks it outside. Hudgen, and we've got a whistle from Greg Humiston and a foul called on Jordan Smith. That'll be her 4th. Christy Ulrich will go to the bench, and Trinity Clinton will take a seat for the night. And Sydney Little checks in for Penn. Here's Hudgen going to the line. Free throw sponsored by Christensen Furniture. 66% foul shooter misses that one. And Gabrielle Hoover with the rebound here for Penn. Meanwhile, a little floater down the lane won't go for Penn, and here comes Porter and the Knights the other way. McKay with the layup that won't go. Porter back up, and she draws the foul on Gabby Hoover. So Micaiah Porter will go back to the line for free throw sponsored by Christensen Furniture with 1:27 to go in this one. And again, this is your second look at Penn this week, Bob, but defensively, they took a Marian team that averages 73 a game, and they've held them to 42 so far tonight.
Penn with 60, but again, check that big number for me with Penn tonight is 4 players in double figures. You know, you got nowhere to go, and when you think about the battle that Penn had in the first half with Caitlin Costner, didn't play at all in the second quarter after getting 2 early fouls. And here she's answered back in the second half.
14 points now for Micaiah Porter to lead Marian. Great shot dribbling outside. And we've got a foul here. I believe that's going to go against Mackenzie Hudgen. And that'll send Jordan Smith back to the foul line.
Well, if there's good news for Marian, it's that they won't play Penn again. There are different classes in the tournament. But again, you want to measure yourself against the best and see what you really have to work on. I think Marian's got a pretty good idea. And so they did some good things tonight. Steve Scott let his team go out there and battle. And as you said, down 2 points with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, all of a sudden you look up and you're down 20.
So Klein Custom Homes sponsors these free throws. Jordan Smith. Pretty good week for the Smith family. Jordan has 17. Her brother Joe hit 8 3-pointers here on Tuesday night against New Prairie and had 28 in that one. That'll work.
He's got game.
So the Smith family enjoying a good week, and the Penn Lady Kingsmen a minute away from their 9th win of the season.
Our thanks again to the folks from St. Andrews Products. They make our team look good, and we appreciate that very much. They can make your team look good as well. Reach them at sales@standrewsproducts.com.
And still has to play Elkhart in the NIC, but a lot of people expecting the Lady Kingsmen to run the table again in the conference this year, as they did in 2018 and 2019. Foul is called on Nevaeh Foster. That's her 4th. And that'll send the Lady Kingsmen back to the line. It's going to be Sydney Little going this time. Little, a 5'8" junior, is a 75% free throw shooter.
Talk about how important defense is to this Penn team and how it creates offense. When you think about what they did against Nevaeh Foster and Mackenzie Hudgen tonight, what a job defensively.
You mentioned the balance earlier, as Marian will clear the bench here and they'll pull out Foster, Hudgen, and Porter. But I think that's the other story of the game, is the fact that they never really allowed the big guns for Marian to get on track. Porter and Rangel and Bethel kept the Lady Knights in it. But when you can't get production out of your lead scorers, the frustration wound up showing in the third and then the fourth quarter. Little drains both free throws, 64-43 Penn.
Yeah, you look what Grace Adams did in the first quarter, Trinity Clinton did in the third quarter, and Kaylin Coster here in the second half. I mean, their big names have found a way to answer.
Megan McCormick with the ball outside. Bethel. Now McCormick. The 5'4" junior trying to go to work. And it's blocked by Gabby Hoover. And Penn should be able to dribble out the clock here for the final 10 seconds.
How about that? You bring in Hoover. She's the tallest player at 6'1".
Well, they wanted to get a senior a shot. It would not drop. And that'll do it from the Palace in Mishawaka, where top-ranked Penn looks the part tonight, as the Lady Kingsmen go to 9-1 with a 64-43 win over Marian. Now, don't go anywhere. We've got our post-game show coming your way, including our electrical workers electrifying play of the game. It comes your way next on the 46 Game of the Week.
Thanks for watching the WHME TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by
Back at the Palace, Penn on top of Marian tonight, 64-43 in a big NIC battle. And the top-ranked Kingsmen looking every bit the part, going 9-1 on the year. Chuck Freeby and Bob Nagel high above the fray here at the Palace. I know we touched on it at the end of the broadcast. Balance and defense were really the watchwords for the Kingsmen tonight.
And that's really the way Christy Ulrich likes to coach, and she got a great effort out of her team tonight, and I think they'll be really tough. You know, we talked about a lot of the things that Marian struggled with, and their scores were held in check, but Marian scored 43 points tonight. There won't be a lot of teams this year that score 43 on Penn, but they weren't able to stop. The size for Penn was such a big difference, and I'll tell you what, wonderful effort by their point guard, Smith, who did a great job, and you had a chance to talk to her just a moment ago.
Time now to meet our player of the game, and it is Jordan Smith from Penn. 17 points tonight, Jordan, and a win over the Marian team that a lot of people thought was your prime contender here in the NIC. How important was this win for you and your teammates on senior night?
It was really important to us. We just had to come out and set the tone because we know how competitive they are, so we wanted to bring it to on our end.
Close game in the first half, and you really kind of had to carry the offense a little bit. Things weren't clicking for Trinity in the first half, and Caitlin Costner was in foul trouble. Did you feel any extra pressure on yourself?
I just had to come out and do what I could do. I knew we were going to have some ups and downs, so I knew that they'd get going eventually. So they came in and got us going in the second half, so I just knew I had to be confident in myself and get the team going.
Your three-point shot was clicking tonight. Is that part of your arsenal?
Yeah, that's something I've been working on. I've been off a little bit the past couple of games, but I'm glad I got good passes from my teammates today and I could get some good rhythm shots up.
Did a nice job tonight, Jordan. Talk about the defensive assignments that you had against Marian. Two of their top players were held to single figures tonight, and you guys did a great job on the boards, but I thought your defense was outstanding again on Marian's top players.
Yeah, they have some very talented offensive players, so we knew we had to bottle them up, and so the whole team was talking the whole entire time, and we had to shadow them and make sure we're in the right positions.
Now, I got one more question for Jordan. Were you under a lot of pressure because your brother had such a good game?
Yeah, there was definitely some competition in the family, so that was one thing I had to go out and do.
Yeah, Joe had a pretty good night Tuesday night, but so did you. So as you go forward here, got this team from Ohio coming in on Saturday. But going forward, with all the distractions with COVID and everything, how does this team stay focused?
We just have to take everything one day at a time. You know, every practice and every game we have is a blessing, so we can't take advantage of it.
4.0 GPA. I know some colleges are going to see this tape and be excited about you. I hope you get some offers here soon, Jordan. Congratulations on being our player of the game.
Thank you.
That's Jordan Smith from Penn Lady Kingsmen.
Jordan did a great job, and so many players for Penn got to feel pretty good. They wanted this to be special tonight. It is senior night, and they did make it very special. And Chuck, there were some big moments in the game as well.
Well, indeed, our electrical workers electrifying play of the game. That Penn senior class posing for photos down there, and one of them really got things jump-started in the third quarter. Trinity Clinton, this was a patented move of hers in the third quarter. Get the ball on the wing, drive it into the lane, protect it, and lay it up with the right hand. And she did that time and again. 10 points in the quarter. Clinton wound up with 14 in the game and helped the Lady Kingsmen to a 64-43 win over Marian. So an impressive girls basketball battle here tonight. Penn looks in control in the NIC. Of course, the boys' NIC race is up for grabs. And things just getting started in the Northern Lakes Conference, where we will be next week.
Looking forward to that big game. The W's doing battle, and battle for the big W. I'm not sure what color it is, but we'll be down at Wawasee for Warsaw and Wawasee. One of the things that I wanted to point out, too, about this game tonight with Christy Ulrich, the head coach, the game plan they put in to try to stop Marian defensively was effective. And at halftime, you know she had to have a talk with Trinity Clinton. You know she had to have a talk with Kayla Costner, and she did, and they responded, and that's I'm just so impressed with the coaching of both these teams tonight.
So 64-43, Penn wins it over Marian. Our thanks to our TV 46 crew who helped bring you this one, led by our production manager, Dean Korsmo, and our usual cast of great people who put in such an effort on high school basketball and football each and every week. A reminder, we've got college basketball on the radio this weekend on 103.1 FM Saturday night. Indiana State goes to Mackey Arena to take on Purdue. And then Sunday at noon, North Alabama takes on Archie Miller and the Indiana Hoosiers. And next Friday night, it's boys basketball on TV 46. A big old Kosciuszko County rivalry as the Warsaw Tigers go to the Hardwood Teepee to take on the Wawasee Warriors. Now from our broadcast partner, Bob Nagel and Bo Hunt in absentia, it's Chuck Freeby. Once again, the final, Penn 64, Marian 43. So long from the Princess City.